relentless pace now being set by Del Toro at the front of the UAE Team Emirates lineup, and they're thinning out this group significantly. Tom Pidcock looks cool, calm and collected, as cool, calm and collected as you possibly can be on the wheel of the world champion here. Tim Wellens third in this race, far back as 2017, and setting a relentless tempo now. Tom Pidcock has decided to go on the wheel of the Belgian rider and in front of Tadej Pogačar. Pidcock sensed that Tim Wellens was starting to suffer a little bit, and he's decided to launch and thin this one out. Pogacar's there as well, one side of the road, and the other side it's Pidcock and Pogačar, the winners of the last three events between them. And Pidcock is working very, very hard indeed to try and hang on in the wheel. They're hoovering up riders from the early break, and Pogacar's decided to make his move in the same sector that he did 12 months ago. Everybody knows about it. Everybody knows they need to try and hold the wheel, and Pidcock is absolutely frantic at this moment. Can he possibly hang on in this particularly steep sector to try and stay in with the red-hot favourite as they arrive up to the other riders from the early break? And here he goes again as Tadej Pogačar stamps on the pedals, and it looks as if Tom Pidcock's going to be the only rider who can possibly stay with him at the moment.
Look at the speed they're going across these sectors up. So Pidcock, he's like glue onto the back wheel of Pogačar. I don't think there's not a lot he can do. The world champion is just continuing. He just eased back a little bit there. I thought Connor Swift was coming back, and then every little rise he puts the pressure back on. So I think Tom has got big questions now. What does he do now? Does he contribute a little bit? Because Pogačar looks definitely strong.
Oh, Pogacar's off, and the lead group have come, and that's a little bit of a carambolage as Pogačar. He looks as if he's okay, and he's back on his bike, and it looks as if it could even be his race bike. Swift gone. I was just about to say how well Connor Swift was doing to stay with Pogačar for as long as he did, down to the final 500 metres of this sector for the man up front. So it's probably about 600 metres for this man, and he's almost half the deficit, down to 19 seconds. He's on a charge here, and how much of an adrenaline surge did he get from that, from the shock of hitting the tarmac and the grass? And well, he's got the bruises and he's looking pretty battered about this one at the moment, but it's not obviously affecting his ability to press on the pedals. He's absolutely charging through this sector. He'll ramp up, make a left turn up here, and these will ease slightly in terms of the gradient. He's only got a minute on the chasers, but the advantage, look at that, the advantage of your two out front now remains over a minute and a half, despite that crash, that little flurry of excitement. Well, how much of an effort did Tadej Pogačar make there, and how much energy has Pidcock saved? Tadej Pogačar trying to recover from that crash. A really, really challenging, difficult moment for the world champion. Looked like a really, really hard accident and a hard hit to the ground there, but he's managed to get back up. not showing any ill effects from it. It doesn't seem to be affecting his performance right now, Brian, and if anything, he got a major charge, a real surge of adrenaline there, didn't he, in the way that he was able to get back to Tom Pidcock as quickly as he did. Now that he decides to launch, the body language changes. Tom Pidcock knows all about it, straight out of the saddle, and he's launching right from the beginning of this climb. It goes on for a little bit. We've got several hundred meters of this, and it's Tom Pidcock alive to the first salvo being fired. Well, it's probably the second salvo, the first of those coming with about 80k remaining on Santa Maria, and he's fighting to try and stay in here, and it looks as if Tadej Pogačar could be putting a little bit of daylight for the first time between himself and Tom Pidcock, who sits back in the saddle. But has he got enough? He continues to resist, but can he stay in there? Several bike lengths emerge, and the huge crowds are urging on both riders, but Tadej Pogačar is finally detaching himself from Tom Pidcock, and he's not going to look around again before he reaches the top of this climb. Tadej Pogačar going for glory, and Pidcock seemingly can do nothing about it. The gap almost instantly moves out to 20 seconds. Tadej Pogačar on this kind of terrain, it's only himself really that can prevent himself from winning, because it was his mistake that meant he was off his bike, but it was the little bit of luck that he needed, and I suspect some wonderful all-round fitness that he was able to sort of go into that forward roll and land as he did. A good all-round core fitness required to recover as quickly as he did from what looked as if it could have been a really bad accident.
Yeah, it's just that I think the speed has helped him. I think they'll get into that corner over 50 k's an hour, so I think just that the pure speed he went into that corner, slid out, and was into kind of soft grass. But when you upend yourself even in the soft grass, you come down awkwardly. I was thinking, how's he not broken a collarbone up? But he bounced up very quickly, and he's come here to win this race. I still believe that when he attacked initially, he thought he might go solo like he did last year.
Down to the final 3 kilometers for Tadej Pogačar in Strade Bianche. Another victory beckons, and he's going to get a sector named after him, that's for sure. Now he's going to join Fabian Cancellara in the pantheon of greats, honor the role of honour of an event which is relatively new in the history of cycling, but has already become one of the legendary races to win, one of the most important races of the season for Tadej Pogačar and for many other riders in this bunch today. Making history and giving us these remarkable and wonderful images, and for a man who's won the Tour de France on 3 occasions. He's taken 17 stage victories in France along the way. He's won no less than 4 editions of Lombardia, a couple of Liège-Bastogne-Liège. He's got the World Championship. He's won countless other bike races, including this one on 2 previous occasions. But I think this one is one he's really going to remember. And that's the final ramp at the top of Via Santa Caterina, and into the moment where he can really soak it up. Tadej Pogačar is your winner of Strade Bianche 2025.